Three, two, one.
Marker.
Marker. Wow.
Welcome, friends, to the Lesser Prophecies. I am your GM, the Elder Memes. I've been in love with Elder Scrolls for ages, so much so that I make Elder Scrolls memes all day on Twitter. And I am joined today by four very talented members of the Elder Scrolls fandom, and we'll be meeting them and their characters.
Hi everyone, I'm Avron. You probably know me from UESP, or the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages. I've been an Elder Scrolls fan for half my life now, and I'm not getting out. And I am playing Aravande, the Ultimate Mage.
Hi everybody, I'm Edana. I am the owner of the Tamriel Vault website and ESO Guild. I also stream on Twitch, and I am also the CM for Alienware and a long-time Elder Scrolls fan. I will be playing Sagewind. She is a Bosmer, and that's all I got.
I'm lost in Hyrule. I'm from UESP. I've been a member there for a bit now. And I am playing... Oh, who am I playing? I don't write my name down over there. It's over here.
Titus.
John Elder Scrolls.
I'm playing Titus Valentius. He is an Imperial Crusader, very loyal to the Empire.
Hi, everybody. I'm Pylawn, the host of the unofficial Elder Scrolls podcast. And I will be playing Lon Pilson in the world's most original name.
I love it. All right, so let's give just a very brief overview of where we are in Tamriel, what time, and what's been going on. So it has been 50 years since the events of Skyrim, 50 years since Alduin returned, since the Rise of the Dragonborn, since you punched that chicken in Riverwood. It was a mistake. It was an accident. And the Thalmor are no more. The Empire hangs by a thread. There's been an endless parade of heroes and disasters that have come and gone in this time, and Tamriel is forever changed. Whether you are the next heroes remains uncertain. Now, we played a brief Session 0 to get acclimated, so we're going to go over that quickly. The party began in Narzlbur, an orc stronghold turned ebony trade hub. A fireball blew half the tavern away, and the party learned that a Dunmer named Forrest Trandle was responsible. The clan chieftain Dashnamoob declared that Forrest needed to pay the blood price, and so the party tracked him down in Northwind Mine. After fighting their way through the undead, the party found an ancient factotum from the Clockwork City, who revealed that Forrest Trandle was proctor there, and flung forward in time by an experiment gone wrong, and now hellbent on resurrecting Sothasel at any cost. Forrest's machine activated as he was defeated. It didn't bring Sothasel back. Instead, it tore open a portal which pulled the party into darkness and the unknown. You awaken in a dark room. Your heads are spinning. Your last memory is confronting the time-flung Forrest Trandle, the green portal, the falling into nothingness. The room you're in has the appearance of a dungeon cell. It's dark, it's damp, entirely creepy. There's a thin window, pile of bodies and discarded papers, and a strange door. All of this you're noticing is upside down. You are currently hanging by your feet. Your head is about 5 feet above the ground, and your arms and wrists are bound. You have all your weapons, your armor, and your equipment.
Including my shield?
No, your shield is gone.
Okay. Got it.
Oh no.
That's fair. That makes sense.
Fair.
And Forrest is not around.
You do not see Forrest.
Okay.
And we are hanging from the ceiling, but things are scattered on the ground. The things aren't like books and
They
stuff
are not
hanging also from the
floating
ceiling.
From the ceiling. No, they are.
Okay.
They are on the ground.
The room isn't upside down. We're just upside down in the room. Okay.
That's right.
By our feet, or are we like stuck there?
By your feet. There's
Okay.
You're tied by ropes.
Oh, we're tied. Oh, interesting.
Oh, this is up.
I don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
Blood rushing to the head and consciousness barely peeking through. Titus lets out a groan and starts trying to spin himself around to see where everyone else is and if they're all alive.
Are my hands bound?
Yes, you're by the wrist.
By the wrist in front of me?
In front of you. I would say also that your arms are kind of bound, so like you can kind of do like this motion, like an up and down with from the shoulder, or from the elbows up.
Can I make an attempt to get my woodcarver tools out?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and
have
make
a chisel.
Would that'd be an agility check?
I'm gonna guess that's an agility check.
Yeah.
These are just regular old rope bindings, right?
Yeah, it's nothing crazy. It's not steel or anything like that.
That's not what I wanted to do. I don't think.
I heard a funny little boop noise.
Where is light coming from, if any?
There is a thin window on one side of the room.
I rolled a 10.
No, you drop the box. It doesn't scatter them all over the place, but the box
It's below
drops.
me now.
Yeah.
Can we make out anything through the window, or is it just like a thin beam of light?
From where you are, you can't really see a whole lot. It's probably about 3 inches of window.
Okay.
So you're just kind of seeing a little bit of light and color.
Can we see anybody in the room? Or can I see anybody in the room? And then I'm going to ask the others, can you guys, if I don't see anybody, I'm going to ask the others, do you guys see anything?
You can see each other as you sort
Okay.
of turn
Turn
slowly.
around.
Yeah. There's nothing else in the room that appears alive.
Ooh.
I look over to Faywin and I ask her, try swinging yourself to me. We can possibly untie each other's ropes. And I start, I don't know, doing the worm in midair in order to try to do a swing. And we can possibly like clasp hands and start trying to get each other's ropes at our wrists.
Okay.
Watching, I sigh that they're going to smack their faces together. I know it.
Oh.
Go
They
back
went
to
all-
sleep.
Armande is just looking
Nap
at
time.
you two and just shakes her head and says, "We could burn the ropes, or I could, maybe.
I also can conjure fire.
So
How high up are we?
We're such
You're about
twins."
5 feet up.
about 5 feet. Like how
So
far is my head from the
Your
ground?
head is 5 feet from the ground.
Oh, I'm not burning the rope like that.
No.
You burn
Yeah.
your hands, get your hands free, and then you could. I mean, I can't because I'm a twig, but I
And
don't
then
know
we're
upper
started
bodies.
swinging a little bit, but when you say burn the ropes, I suddenly just hold still. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Is Faywin just kind of like still going?
A little bit, yeah, a little momentum, but she's like, oh, okay. And kind of attempts to like slow herself back down.
Oh my gosh.
It's just this awkward like minute of you in the background slowly going back to normal.
All right, so I think I might firebolt. Why don't I'll do like an experimental firebolt maybe and just see if I can still
Get mine.
Not
I'll handle
towards
the fall
our
fine.
ropes, Aravonde.
What?
Not towards our ropes. No experimental fireballs towards our ropes this time.
What? Never mind. I'll use my rope then. Sissies. All right.
I just volunteered.
Oh, Titus volunteers?
Yeah, take mine. I'll be fine.
Is Titus holding his ropes in front of his face?
I figured she'd go for the ones on my legs.
Oh, okay. There's that.
Yes, absolutely
5
the
foot-
ones I was thinking
A
of.
5-foot fall on your neck might hurt, guys.
Yeah, I'll chuck
is
and hit my
brave.
shoulder.
Can
I'll probably
you-
be fine.
Can you in your armor do a like vertical sit up?
Yeah, a little bit. Not for very long, but
Okay.
Well, I think
Titus
we
thinks
should
this
just
will work.
we
Let's
should
go
just
for it.
let's just do it. Okay. Arvande's gonna just twist a little until she could clearly see Titus hanging from the ceiling, and she's gonna cast her firebolt.
Okay. Now, is that requires a roll on your part?
I have to make a ranged spell attack. 10. I rolled a 10.
Okay. No, that fires straight past him and actually through the window.
Oh, sorry.
whoops. It's all right. Take as many shots as you need,
Yeah, let me.
but do it quickly.
You can't rush these things, but let me just try again.
We do need to rush, though.
Stop making
We're
me nervous.
prisoners.
Okay. 18 this time.
Okay. So you're aiming, just for my clarification, you're aiming at the ropes on his feet?
Yes.
Okay. All right, yeah, you firebolt the ropes. The rope explodes into cinders. Itis, you're gonna have to make an acrobatics save.
An agility saving throw, or
Let's see. This is more for like rolls or stunts, which is agility. Yeah, that would be agility then.
I got a 0 on either of those things, so 6.
Ooh.
Okay.
No.
He's unconscious again.
Yeah, you take 3 damage, but you do make it to the ground, and your feet are now unbound. The ropes that were binding your arms are now somewhat looser.
It worked.
Okay.
Titus, can you grab my tools? They're underneath me.
Yeah.
There should be a sharp chisel in my woodworking kit.
Taking just a second to shake out the injury to my head, I get up and crawl over to his thing, get it out, and try to cut off my binds quickly.
Okay. Yeah, after a little bit of sort of working, you manage to get the ropes off.
Okay. I go around and slit each of the ropes holding each person's hands, and then hand them a tool to help them get their own foot binds off, since I figured they're out of my reach.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll go around person by person and offer to try to help catch them on their way down. Like, not full on holding them, but just slowing them down, whatever I can do.
Yeah. I would assume with the heads being about 5 feet up that you can pretty much grab them, and then when they come down, you can basically get them to the ground, no problem. So you are now all in the cell.
My hero, Titus, as I fall down.
Thank you, Titus.
Yeah. I have to wipe away a small trickle of blood from my forehead, but I'm glad everyone's all right. And then turn our attention, go look at the window. I look at the window and try to peer out and see what there is to see.
So you look out through the window, and you see a world with an empty black sky. If this were a video game, you would think that the sky didn't render. There's just nothing in there except for this green eclipse that is large
Ooh.
in the distance. You see a little bit of rocks, and then occasionally in the sky, floating, there are these green crystals, which actually look somewhat similar to the ones that were in Forrest Trandall's machine.
I let out a deep sigh.
This is great.
There's books in here, right?
There are books.
Well, while they're contemplating another Void Nights, I'm going to wander over to the books and just start picking them up and looking through the first one.
Sure. You look through this pile. There's a few that just kind of turn to dust as you pull through them.
Oh.
Some of them are
Just because they're old or like magically to dust?
No, very old.
Okay.
Others are hastily scribbled on pieces of parchment, whatever someone could find, sort of last will and testaments. And then one of them is a lore book.
Yay!
It is the first of 10 lore books in this campaign.
Oh, yay!
Can I walk over and press E on it and make sure I get the
Ooh.
experience
No,
points?
it's mine.
So this is Spirit of the Daedra, 25th edition.
Ooh.
25th.
Ooh.
Spirit of the Daedra, 25th edition. This version completely leaves out Vermina. But I mean, you know, who worships her anyway?
Do you know who that was?
No, but it sounds super familiar.
That was ZeniMax Online's Lehman Tuttle.
Oh, that's so amazing!
Amazing!
That's awesome.
Oh,
Love it.
So these are all official lore books then.
These are right. These are.
It's canon.
Ace Cannon!
Can you imagine the things that I just convinced Lehman to say for this?
Oh no.
I'm gonna stop and look for every book in this campaign. I mean, I was gonna do that
Yeah.
anyway, but I'm so
Um,
excited.
I feel like I should work on expectations right here. Now, I know that not every corner that you turn is going to have like a dev cameo, but this is also like the first room in this campaign.
Setting the bar high.
It's like a normal video game though, where like the first chapter that you play has every single mechanic that they ever wanted to build, and then like they never repeat it again for the rest of the game. It's like, look, there's walls that are destructible here, but that's not going to help you anywhere else. It just looked really cool, and we wanted to grab you right away.
It's in one other quest, and it's like built specifically for that quest. And they're like, let's show it off in the trailer part. Let's show it off in the first part.
It's also possible that this is Patrick Stewart and he gets killed off in the first 5 minutes.
Right.
Oh.
Oh.
The thing that sticks out there, I think, is 25th edition. What edition was going on last you heard?
Are the contents of the book there for Aravande to...
Yeah, it's
discern?
the same basic info as what would be in Spirit of the Daedra, the like actual book that's in games. So it kind of just gives an overview of the different Daedra and what they represent, things like that.
Well, at least we know we're still in Mundus.
Okay, so this is maybe a red herring, and stop me if it is. 25th edition sounds like it's really far, and the guy mentioned something temporal when we were doing stuff. That's not a connected clue, or it is a connected clue?
I mean, at this point, I'm just going to leave that hanging and
Okay.
figure that out.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well,
Then, when she mentions 25th edition and starts leafing through it, I ask, didn't the factotum mention something about a temporal energy? When thing we were running from was something temporal?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I mean, I think that
Time.
word is time related.
Just time?
it's
Time.
time.
It's time to begin.
Yeah, and Arvande just looks at you and goes, kind of like, duh, it's time. But she's still got the book, and she's kind of just idly leafing through it, and she'll come over and she goes, what's out there?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Not
Faywin
Literally nothing.
Faywin is jumping up to see if she can see out of the window. But she says, I think nothing.
Nothing, like, explain nothing.
I'm gonna give Faywin a boost.
Thank you. Thank you.
As you are all in there and sort of doing your thing, something flutters by the door of your cell.
Describe the flutter. Leathery flutter? A twinkling flutter?
A fairy flutter.
For a split second, it was just a pat, 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 and then it was gone. And then there's a pause, and then it comes back. And it looks like a little cat.
A cat.
Flerken.
A cat?
This cat skids to a halt and looks inside your cell. It is gray, somewhat disheveled. It's wearing a tiny hood and a vest.
I love
I'm
it.
gonna ask, do you speak?
This one speaks many things.
Ah.
This one had hoped for better allies, but you'll have to do. Come speak with our theory. I'm sure you have questions.
Our theory?
Our theory, yes.
You're Khajiit then, yes?
Yes, I'll speak.
Of course.
Where are we? Do you know?
Yes, this one knows. You haven't figured it out yet. The crystals, the darkness.
Oblivion of some sort, obviously.
Our theory nods his little fuzzy head and says, the Khajiit call this place the dark behind the world, but you may know of it as the scuttling void or the ancient dark. This is the realm of Namira, the goddess of rot and the mother of souls.
I'd prefer to go home.
Crap.
This one has a feeling that you want to leave, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I just said that, yes.
Yes, that would be preferable.
This one may also be trying to escape, and luckily this one has a plan. You need 3 things to escape Namira's realm. The first is an item that is imbued with Adric power. Luckily, this one knows of a priest of Arche that was unfortunate enough to be sent here. So that covers number 1. The second thing is someone whose destiny is imbued with the Elder Scrolls, and this one is magical enough to know that kind of person when they see them. Our theory looks pointedly at the 4 of you.
Oh.
The third thing is treats.
What
Treats?
kind of treats?
Just very tasty treats. Do you know how hard it is to find good meat in Namira's realm?
Faywin says, I imagine it must be very difficult.
See, she gets it.
So, how did you get here? We just showed up.
This one was a third party to a deal that went south.
It's
Oh.
not concerning at all.
No, this one was simply an arbiter of a deal in northern Elsewhere that unfortunately dried up, and the person who didn't get what they wanted happened to be a cultist of Namira. It was a pure misunderstanding.
Yeah, it's always just business, I'm sure.
Of course. Just
Titus reaches into his pack to find any of his rations, and I'm sure there's some like dried jerky built into one of those. I pull out a piece and say, "Does this cover item number 3?"
Arthuri comes up and goes, and just takes all of it out and
Okay.
says, "Yes, that one is settled. Now we need to let you out. You may have noticed the door is rather strange. For the first time, you kind of get a look at the door. It's barred, but in the center of it, it's teeth. So it looks like a mouth has closed. These strange doors require certain keys. Luckily, this one knows where to find one. Just a moment." Our theory patters down the hallway to the right. About a minute goes by, and then there is a monstrous roar, and then our theory runs back with a key in his mouth saying, "Open the door, open the door, open the door," and he spits it down at your feet.
Okay.
If I'm right there, then I'll quickly grab it, and if my hand doesn't burn off or anything, I pick it up and do something. I try to figure out what I do with the key.
Okay, there is a small gap between the two middle teeth.
Ah, British. Okay, I put the
Wow.
I put the key into the thing that seems like a keyhole and hope it does the thing.
Okay.
Before we run out of the room, I just want to do a quick scan or a glance to see if there's anything other than the books that we might want to grab before we run away.
There's nothing of particular interest. There's some bodies, but these bodies are very worn out. They're skeletal. There's just little bits of cloth on them. So nothing of particular interest.
Okay.
So you put the key into the hole, and something seems to sort of pull the key out of your hand, and it goes like really far into the teeth, and then the door opens like, wah, and now you are free to go out into the hallway.
All right, with hammer drawn, I step out sort of around Arthuri, and look to the right and left, and motion for the others to keep coming.
Okay.
Faywin follows closely behind with her bow out.
Excellent. So you can hear just distantly some roaring to your right, which would be north.
What kind of roaring? Like roaring flames or like
Sort of an undeadish.
tiger? Oh.
Sort of a rah. I'm undead rah.
I'll cover up the rear.
That sounds good. I like that idea.
I say to Arthuri, "Okay, take us to the priest. We'll rescue him next."
Okay, follow me. He races down and around the hallway.
Okay. Then I guess we'll move on his tail and basically single file.
As we're walking, can I look inside those what appear to be doorways or windows?
Yes, there's another cell there, and you just see sort of some bodies, some dead stuff.
Well, this is a cheery place.
The key was absorbed into the door and it was gone when the door opened, right?
Correct, yeah, it sort of pulled it out of your hand and then came down with the door.
Like those carts that take a quarter.
Right. Our theory says this place is known as the Cavity. It's a rough neighborhood. The locals are not to be trifled with. Luckily, our priest is close. Let's hope no one's trying to eat them.
Yes, that is
Eat them.
a thing we apparently have to hope for.
The hallway, I should mention as well, has a sort of undulating, kind of organic feel to it. You can't tell if it's been dug out by some sort of creature or if it's like the petrified body of something, but the air is kind of warm. It's almost body heat temperature.
Nope.
The whole thing is uncomfortable, the whole place.
Is there any discernible plant life of any kind?
There's a little bit. You can see in that cell, there's like a little bit of plant life, but it looks like it's long dead. Whatever it is, it grows quickly and almost immediately dies.
Okay.
As we're moving swiftly through the hallways, very quietly, Titus is whispering a prayer to the divines.
The divines don't hear you here, buddy.
That's probably true.
Oh.
Our theory kind of looks this way and that a little bit and says, this one does not know which way to go. This place is sort of a maze.
Does the maze change, or you're just not used to it?
This one came from a different direction, so...
How long have you been here?
Time is weird, but maybe 3 months?
Oh, good.
Our theory looks a little disheveled, by the way, but doesn't look undead or anything like that.
Oh, thank you for clarifying that.
Not partially eaten or anything. Not rotting.
Our theory says this one needs a breather. Figure out which way we need to go. He actually comes over to Faywin, kind of puts like a paw up and says, "Do you mind?"
Not at all. Not at all, dear.
Yeah, he sort of like hops up on a shoulder and sort of perches.
That's pretty cute. Okay.
Adorable.
Yeah.
So there's a few things we've passed. I see there's a wooden crates. Is there anything of note there, or is it just like broken down skeleton of a
This
wooden
one's just a
crate?
skeleton of a wooden crate.
So our options, what do they look like up there, Titus?
Keep going down the hallway or take this side passage? What's here?
Mm.
Did you have to go at any different heights? Did you have to change levels you were on? Or theory?
Yes, there's a lot of ups and downs.
Do you know if the priest is up or down from us?
Well, the priest is in a tower, so up, this one would imagine. This one had to reach a beach first, so the tower isn't in this area.
It's a different building?
Correct.
Well, then
Great.
probably ground level then.
Yeah.
Peeking around this corner, what do I see in here, like looking down?
You see what looks like some black matter that is sort of pooling on the floor. It's dripping from the ceiling. There's just sort of like a little shelf. Nothing of particular note in this room. It looks like maybe this area was a chamber for some sort of ritual.
Does the black matter look natural, like tar, or magical, like creepy Daedra stuff?
It's just black. It looks kind of viscous. You wouldn't drink it.
Can we detect
You don't
any
know
odors?
that.
I might. Do we know?
Rob.
Is there any odor coming off of it? Can we smell anything?
There is kind of an overwhelming sort of rot smell that you're smelling sort of everywhere.
Okay.
So it's right up Faywin's alley.
I know.
Anyone wouldn't eat here. This is like the bad Denny's of Tamriel. Like let's not go to this Denny's. Let's go to the other Denny's.
Never mind. Yeah. Okay.
There is a staircase that tunnels down underneath the hallway that you were just in.
I glance at it, look at them, pause for a second, and say, we just keep moving as fast as we can. And I turn right into the pace and go down the steps and start heading for that corner.
Okay.
More questions on this black stuff.
Okay.
Does it look like it's melting things as it touches it, or is it just like a goo on the ground?
It's
Like
not
if
an
we walk
acid.
underneath it, am I going to be like under like the next level if it's above?
Am I worried it's going to drip through the floor? And
Is this like the alien's spit from Alien?
I'm more thinking just like acid-y burning stuff.
I don't think you would think of it as something that would burn. It's not like an acetone smell to it. It smells almost like an oil.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's keep moving.
So Titus is gonna charge down.
Yeah, this is scenario 2 where I'm treating this like a SWAT mission. Hopefully we don't miss any books. Oh wait, is that a book?
Hey, look, a book.
Book where?
Eowyn follows behind Titus.
So basically each corner he'll like pause and glance into the room. That's his general approach right now, but still moving quickly.
Okay. In this room, there is a lectern with a book upon it, and behind it is a statue of a woman in a dress.
Do we recognize said woman in a dress?
Let's do an Arcana roll. Who's good with Arcana?
Me!
Ravon.
I
Go ahead,
will.
roll Arcana for that.
I most assuredly will. She's all excited. A 9.
With the +5.
Wow.
I'm just really scared.
There is black goo.
There's black goo. You're being hurried. You know, it's like, let's SWAT mission. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's a woman in a dress. She has long, straight hair.
Lovely. How about I look at the book instead?
Is she especially creepy or just a normal looking woman statue?
Or extra pretty.
She is neither extra pretty nor like she's not gussied up for a statue. She doesn't look terrifying.
Okay.
So we know we're not in Nocturnal's realm.
We're in Namira's, we know that.
I know, but
Oh yeah.
The book, Eravande, is in Ta'agra, which is the Khajiit language.
That's a language I know.
You speak Ta'agra, really?
Yeah.
What?
Imagine that.
I actually had no idea when I put that in there. This is from Faywin's shoulder as well. Our theory can also look at this, and this book is called The Hem of the Dark Mane.
Oh.
It's got lots of really awful things in it. Like the more you read, the more like you don't want to say these things out loud. It seems like it would bring disaster to those who say it, to the people that are around them. It's really unpalatable.
Is Eravade reading it out loud and bringing
No.
destruction and terribleness amongst us all?
Most assuredly not. She's probably reading and just kind of backs away a little and just goes, never mind.
Let's leave this here.
Not worth taking. Okay, let's keep moving.
No, leave it.
Now, was there anything like under the lectern? Anything that stood out obvious? Or is it just normal lectern?
Just normal lectern. There's
Okay.
just some candles about. Nothing else of particular interest.
We gave her about a minute to read a book, and now we're pressing on.
Okay.
I agree.
Faywin follows Titus.
And Eravande looks creeped out completely now.
Yeah, she's like, just let's go.
We all had that look when we saw that there was no sky. She had to read a book to get that feeling.
Being in Altmer is weird, yo.
Nothing there in the sky.
Yeah,
Oh.
ahead there are two gargoyles sort of flanking what looks like kind of a large arch leading into the next area.
That's not
And
ominous,
what can I
guys.
see of the thing up ahead?
The body on the ground?
Yep.
There's a body on the ground.
Can we go look at the body at the ground?
It's a zombie, and it's wearing a rusted chest plate, and it has a ring on the chest plate that looks like it had a key on it. It is sitting next to an open door.
Should we ask our Elfique friend? Is this where you got the key?
Artheria is very resourceful.
Yes, you are.
Okay. I duck low and move forward up to the corner here.
Faywin will do the same. She'll try to move low across this corridor quickly.
Okay. This area looks to be a bay of cells. The doors are slightly larger than yours, but the first two that you see here are empty.
But it looks like you said it repeats up ahead.
Yes.
Okay. And kicking over the zombie with my hammer ready to drop in case it moves on its own. Anything of use, obviously, on his person?
No, just the rusted chest plate.
Yeah, I don't want that. Okay. Our theory, is this a dead end, or does this keep going?
No, this is the way.
Cool.
All right.
Do we circle back for lore books, or do we keep going because it's urgent?
Keep going.
Okay. You didn't like the last book we found.
After that last book.
As you come into
Yeah.
this area, these two bays have occupants.
Oh.
Ooh.
The first
Ooh.
one is a Nord,
Hey.
Dressed how?
dressed somewhat finely, but the finery of his clothes has been somewhat dampened by his time here. Much like yourselves, I should also mention that you probably aren't also at your cleanest.
Yeah.
Just from being in this realm at all.
How dare you?
Oh, well.
This Nord looks at you and says, "So, fellow Nord,
Yes. What brought you here?
misery. I had a mission to find someone, and sadly, that led me to be betrayed by the people who sent me to find them. I hope I can count on your loyalty in this place. I need to get out. I have a family. Do you have a family?
I no longer have a family.
Ooh.
Is that some backstory from Lan? Oh wow.
It is.
Wow. Then you understand better than anyone. Wouldn't you do anything? See them again?
I look over to Titus because I generally judge Titus's judgment of character.
I said, not if they're dead.
Is this a dead
No,
Nord?
this is a Nord. He looks.
It's just a
Like
Nord,
you.
right?
Yeah, he's not an undead Nord that I know of.
No, he's saying, wouldn't you do anything to see your family again? My answer is,
Oh,
not if they're dead.
I thought you were responding to me looking over
No,
at
no.
you. Be like, they're dead. I'm like, oh no,
Everyone's dead.
I missed an important plot point.
Oh no. We took a wrong turn, guys.
The Nord looks to Titus and says, "My family is not dead, and I will do anything to see them again."
We're trying to get back to Tamriel. If we can help you, we'll do it. I glanced at the other cell.
Okay. The other cell
Oh.
has a very big friend in it.
Does he say anything?
She's saying,
Sweet meat.
This creature kind of turns and puts its like hook-like arms through the door.
oh,
Dude.
Oh. Hmm.
This creature hooks its little arms to the door and presses its face through the bars and says, "Hey."
No, Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Wait. I need to get out.
I think I like you in there. Actually, that's a good look.
Yeah, that's
Aravonde,
that's
what
cool.
is that?
Let's see, that would be an Arcana check as well, I suppose.
Surely this time. 25.
Ooh,
Nat
nat
20.
Nice.
This big friend is a Horvor Daedra. Much like the Spider Daedra, this is a ruinous version. It looks as though it's been created by someone who saw a human once from like really far away and then tried to make a half a human on top of an enormous Horvor.
No, and Arvonda just sort of scrunches up her face and goes, "It's a Daedra. That's all we need to know.
Agreed.
We don't barter with Daedric things."
You didn't hear my backstory.
I don't care.
I gotta go find my dad.
Daedra don't have parents.
I have a dad, yeah. I gotta go find my dad.
No.
So you're gonna go get a key and
Where's
help me find my dad?
No.
Like friends?
Hold up, friends.
where's your dad?
No,
He's
no.
No.
around.
Faywin, stop it.
He's close by. If you let me out, I can show you.
No. Faywin.
I don't think so.
I turn to Artheri and say, "Can we get another key? Not for the Daedra."
Our theory may have hidden one key behind one of the gargoyles. However, a word of advice. People who are sent here are not good people.
We were sent here.
Yes, this one is an exception.
And us?
This one doesn't judge.
Wow.
Pondering that, I go down the hallway towards the gargoyle and try to reach behind to find a key.
Okay. There is a
Can
key
we
very similar to the other key.
Step away from the room. Can I kind of pull everybody over towards where... Sorry, there's a giant Horvor Daedra still on my screen and it's freaking me out. No, I didn't click away from it. Yeah, I can clear it. I didn't realize it. I kind of gesture to everybody to move away from the cells.
So as soon as they come over and I'm fishing out the key, I turn to Artheri and say, "Is the priest in a cell too?"
My understanding is that the priest is currently being held. This one doesn't know everything. This one has only heard whispers.
So, as much as I want to help my brother Nord there, the fact that he's pulled the same lines as our creepy spider friend above us there makes me concerned. I don't know if we can trust this Nord, but I also don't want to abandon someone who could need our help.
If you're here, you've made a deal with the Daedra.
But we're here.
We're an exception, I think.
Our theory is like, you get it.
Yes.
Titus sort of lightly punches his fist into the wall, like tapping as a tick, and he says, "We find the priest of Arche, and then if we're able to, we'll rescue any other mortals that can be rescued. But we have to make sure we get the priest, otherwise no one gets out."
That's fair.
That sounds fair.
With that, I turn and just sort of move up the hallway and just move past the cells, regardless of what they may shout out, unless it's really interesting.
Okay. As you go past, the Horvor Daedra makes no particular noise. The Nord sees you go past and is just looks completely crestfallen and is screaming behind you as you enter the next area.
I
He says,
hesitate.
As we pass.
he says, "You know this is wrong. I have to get out. I have to come back."
Brother, if we can, we will come back for you.
Okay.
And with that,
As
Walk away.
he continues to scream for a while.
well, that's pleasant.
You go down this little hallway.
It's our second session. Why are you making me do emotionally weightful things?
Where you are opens up, and for the first time, you can see the outside world, not through the window of your dungeon. And for the first time, you get an actual look at the scuttling void, and it's just as bad as you expected. Hey everyone, Elder Memes here. Thank you so much for tuning in to our very first Lesser Prophecies episode. We have so many more surprises for you, so stay tuned. I want to thank ZeniMax Online's lore master, Lehman Tuttle, for voicing our lore books. There's still more lore books out there, and I can't wait for everyone to hear them all. I also want to thank Talusa, the creator of the US TRPG conversion, for making such an accessible system. Talusa is a name you're going to hear on this campaign a bit, but there's a link in the description for their work, so be sure to support them. A special thanks to UESP and Tamriel Vault for letting me borrow their amazing community members to play this campaign. I promise they'll be returned in the same shape I found them. The music for Lesser Prophecies, which includes the bop of a main title, Good Morning Reality, is by Kaz Wright, and you can find his other work at ganvatosh.tumblr.com. There's a link below in the description. There are many others who have dedicated their time and effort towards this project, and I'll be thanking them by name as we go forward, from sensitivity readers to voice actors and actresses to artists and co-writers. I've been gobsmacked by the enthusiasm of this community, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you want more information about Lesser Prophecies, you can follow us on Twitter. We're LesserPropRPG. And like and subscribe here and stick around for more. Thanks for listening.